Hey everybody, this is 2019. This is me, your host Calvin Loeb, the Logan Power Show, nationwide, worldwide. We know we're here to change the global conversation. We're here to be the voice for the community, and we're here to impact your life as you're watching this right now, live at the Logan Power Show. We're live here in Summerville, South Carolina, here at the Community Resource Center, where things do happen, people's lives do change in and out, families do come back together, and people get the up and up, get that boost to make their life go to a higher level. So the floor is yours. Talk about what we're doing right here in the Community Resource Center.
Okay, I'll try to make it very short, okay? The Community Resource Center, we feed people. In fact, we have 3 different feeding programs. One is which we give bags of groceries every day of the week. We average at this point in time about 25 people coming in throughout the Tri-County area to get their groceries here. And of course their hygiene kits as well. We do the school supplies. We work with school supplies throughout the Tri-County area. We feel that no child should go to school unprepared. We believe that every child should have the right, that's a right, to come to school with all the supplies that they need. And we at the Community Resource Center try to make that happen throughout the Tri-County area. Also, we have our health fair. We do that the second Friday of every month, where we actually give free diabetic supplies, we give free shoes, we give free all kinds of medical. We check the blood pressure, glucose, those type of screenings, as well as the groceries. We do that because we feel that we need to keep our health checked. And a lot of the citizens can afford to go to the doctor just to get certain types of screenings or what have you. So we do that here at the Community Resource Center, and we have been very successful with that. We also have our literature, our schools, for lack of a better word, our learning resource centers, in which we have collaborated with several school districts in the area to bring learning centers, in which we teach behavior, as well as try to keep the children up into their schools, up in the homework and what have you. We do some off things, like we help people find rent when they're about to be evicted. We help people with their electricity bill. We are listed in one of the Trident United Way 211, and we're under there. We're listed as a source to come, so we can find the monies to help people in this dilemma. And one of the best programs we have, I know we do a lot, is the clothing. We give people clothing to go for their job interviews, and also we give people clothing to always be dressed so when they go to work. So we try to cover the whole person. And Calvin, that's what we do, the whole person here at the Community Resource Center. And of course, you know, with our political activities, we are constantly involved in the Stop the Violent rallies, and all the issues involved the Tri-County area. It's a lot of work, sir.
Yes, sir. It's a lot of work.
A lot of
and
work.
for those that are watching, it is something that it's a heavy load, heavy burden to take on. So when you do give back to the community, it's going to take a lot of resources and a lot of working together. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a community to keep themselves moving forward. Now, the biggest question that we have is that people don't know this. All these things you guys do is free, giving back to the people, and how do you guys keep rolling is based off donations. Am I correct?
Well, sir. Now, we've been blessed here in the Tri-County community, and perhaps throughout the whole United States. People see the work we do, and they've been donating. I mean donating. They kept our food pantry open. We've had clothes. People rather come here and donate the clothes, in which I'm saying, please keep it up. Canned goods, people donate. School supplies, people come and donate this. Everything we do, people donate. For example, today we went on our bus. We have a bus called Freedom Rider. We have over 150 bags of groceries. All that food is donated. and we gave it all through the community. We had over 80 or 90 bags of school supplies. We gave that out, as well as hygiene kits. We make sure we have the hygiene kits because we have to be proactive. A lot of people in the less fortunate, a lot of less fortunate citizens, with $5 for a tube of toothpaste can get them $5 worth of food. So what choice do they make? You know, when it's time for the baby diapers, what do they do? So I can understand that on a basic human level, but also I'm a man of Christ.
Yes, sir.
And I'm supposed to be giving joyously back to the ones that do not have. That's what my Christ said. And I'm going to do that. We have over 200 volunteers here, Kevin. And all of them volunteer to make this happen, make this little ship work. But by the same token, we have a lot of people donating, and we need those donations to keep coming in.
I got it. Okay. So, you know, with the people don't know the community resource and over 200 plus volunteers, they need a lot of help. They appreciate what's been given, but it does require more because the demand has very much increased over these past couple of years. And now, since they're in a plethora of different type of realms, not just focusing on your food, not just focusing on just say this clothes, not just your school supplies, they're thinking about your light bill, they're thinking about, man, how can I get literally a place for you to stay, rent. I remember I brought a family here, lost their place, and they were able to help in regards to getting place people like 5 nights for places just to keep their head, lay their head down. So it's a lot of things that requires for us to work together. I know that this man here relentlessly always thinks about somebody else. I'm not just, for instance, saying that. I can just honestly testify to that due to the fact that I can tell people, like, if you got a problem, hey, and you need some help, go to the Community Resource Center, and they'll do their best to be able to help you. And their help could be, hey, if you're short a little can of food, hey, that helps you move forward, right? If you need clothes on your back helps you move forward. A place to stay. I don't know about anybody else, but if you've been evicted, if you got 5 nights to lay your head down, hey, that's 5 nights you get to refocus and rethink till you get yourself back on track, till you can find your next place of living. So that's what I want people to understand, is that we need places like this available. We can't just rely upon government assistance. We can't rely upon saying like, well, hey, I'm depending the church to benefit me. Let me say that again. You can't rely upon government assistance. You can't say I'm going to rely on the church to benefit me. The Bible talks about we are the church. It's not the building. Understand this is that it requires us to work together. Your neighbor. So can you help your neighbor, someone you don't know, to get themselves back on their feet? So I just want to encourage my brother to the right that we're here to help. Tell people, how can they donate today?
Okay, good. How can you donate? We're at 116 West 2nd North Street. I'll repeat that. 116 West 2nd North Street, Summerville. We've also established a cash app that people, if they want to donate. And that cash app, bear with me y'all, is $ little JSMIT 15. I'll repeat. Little $ little JSMIT 15. If you can, please. And if you in this area want to stop by, we're at 116 West 2nd North Street. Please come by, donate, and volunteer. We have a lot of work. And like Calvin just said, the dynamics have changed a lot in our communities and the United States of America. You simply cannot survive on $12 an hour with 3 kids and trying to make the rent. It just is not going to happen. And we have a lot of people in that and fall in that category. And this is why we have this. We are the village. We are not depending on government, and we are depending on ourselves. And we have done a fantastic job now in donating, but we always need more. And to this audience, and you have a fantastic audience, we need your help to continue. We have a lot of mothers living in cars. May I repeat that? We have a lot of mothers living in cars in Charleston County School District, Dorchester District 4, Berkeley County, and Dorchester District 2. This is a fact that these kids are living in their cars. We have an obligation to help the less fortunate in our community.
Amen. Amen. Now, for those that are looking right now, and I understand that where you are, understand this. There's a couple things you can do to make a difference. You can do it financially, or you can look what's in your house and say, hey, I'm going to donate this. Another thing is this: donate your time. Sometimes we get so caught up in the financial gain. Your donation of your time can be just as powerful as your money. Or if you got something in your house, say if you got, give an example, you got 4 jackets, you only wear 2. Nothing wrong giving up the other 2 jackets, right? It's not going to hurt none.
Sure.
Because you have what's called an abundance. It's a good thing to have an abundance. You're giving it back. That's how I look at it. I know this past summer we had the academy here. People was like to read. The Muhinda Baja Academy Center was right here this past summer. And kids came to learn how to read or to perfect their reading. Shout out to Mr. Shakim Akee doing his thing and how he's making a difference. And they had it here, the Community Resource Center. And people came, kids came to improve their reading, improve how to write, improve how to speak. And these things I can testify, you know, because I volunteered my time, I have my own kids in here. Because I know about this. I can't just try to talk about, hey, you do this and I ain't doing it for myself. So I'm looking at this as a help. That's why we're here, we're filming today. We want you all to take the time out to say, hey, you can come down here to Summerville, donate your time, or hey, you got some canned goods in the house you ain't using. Let's make a difference, family. Nothing wrong, come dropping it off. Hey, tell Mr. Lewis Smith, hey, I'm with you in this fight. Because I tell you right now, that one day of Thanksgiving, that one day of Christmas, that one day you say, I'm giving back, that's not going to do it. If you only gave back 3 days out of 365, then that means that's 362 days the person has to figure out another way to get to the next level. Think about it. If you only gave back 3 days out of 365, you're not doing nothing. Right. All you doing is fulfilling your guilty obligation and say, oh yeah, I gave back that one day. And now I'm proud and strong for it. But no, it requires more than just that. You know how we make a difference? 2 things how we can make a difference. Look in your own community. It's not just about, hey, I'm giving to the homeless. I'm coming to the Community Resource Center. There's a lot of things we can do. If you got a kid who plays sports, volunteer on the team. Help them out. Your kids in the classroom, volunteer at least 3 days out the year. 3. You think about it, if everybody gave back at least 3 days out the year, there would be no person lacking, period. 0. Because if you volunteered 3 days, say place is open 5, I did 3, another person did 2, that covers the whole week, right? So say it was 200 of us decided to say, hey, we down with it. We're going to make a difference. And we volunteered 3 days out the year. That's 600 days, 600 people, 600 times we got you covered. So that means at least 365 is covered at least one time. And we can probably go at half of it one more time. So that means they got the help. If they got the help and the bodies, then I can say, okay, I got these people that says going to donate. I got my 200 plus say I'm going to donate 3 things out the year. So 600 items you're giving. And if I got another group that says, you know, I'm going to donate $3. So 200 people said I'm donating $3. That's $600 covered for the year. I'm just giving an example. I mean, you get more than But $3 ain't gonna hurt. Neither 5 ain't gonna hurt. 10 ain't gonna hurt. 15 ain't gonna hurt. If I'm giving you $15, sir, this is what I can give at your very best. Move on from it. But there's no pressure in giving, but this is the time to give. I'm telling you, you never know when your time will come, when a challenge will come, and you need help. And you the one on the opposite side of the camera, and you right here. Because the heckified thing to go through hell and high water, and there is no help. But trust me, God is with you. Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Smith, we always like to hear the story of how you got involved and became the executive director of the Community Resource Center. I think a lot of you don't know how you got to this point in your life. So can you tell us that story?
I'll try to do it in 3 minutes after that. Back in 2006, the Lord blessed me. He blessed me tremendously. In fact, went to my wife at the time and I told her that I'm retired. We're retiring. We're going to move to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. That was a Friday. That was a Wednesday when I told her this. On a Saturday, we went and we found the house. On that Monday, we were told that the house, we need to get out of that because we own the property. We own the house, but didn't own the land. That's the way resort property is in a lot throughout. Well, about an hour and a half later, my wife died. My wife's daddy died. And he was in Lake City, South Carolina. And I was in, at that time we were closing down road stores, what have you, and I was in that corridor working out of Columbia, Atlanta, and Charlotte. Not Charlotte, Augusta. But anyway, that Friday we were supposed to meet, but I never met with my wife. She was killed, hit by a train, going to her daddy's funeral. She was killed on a Friday night, and we were burying her daddy. She was killed 7 o'clock on a Friday night, and we were burying her daddy at 10 o'clock that Saturday morning. That was rough, really rough. But what happened after that was even more, because I tried to live a dream that I couldn't. I ended up coming back to Summerville, busted, totally busted, on a Greyhound bus. I looked at the Lord and I said, Lord, help me. If I ever get back in the saddle again, I promise you everything I make will be donated to you. And thus the Community Resource Center, my family, my kids, I have 3 kids, and I decided to invest in a Community Resource Center. And this is the result after 7 years. We started this in 2013. And I am so proud. This is this is an amazing adventure what we've done. We have touched so many lives, so many. We have alleviated a lot of pain in a lot of people. And most importantly, with our schools that we built, we're reaching the children. I am fulfilling a dream. I am fulfilling a promise. And as you know, once you make a promise to the Lord, you better keep it. And that's what I'm doing, Calvin. That's what I'm doing.
Amen. Amen. Mm-hmm. So listen to that story. Now you know how the Community Resource Center started. It started where a man had an idea. I'm going to retire. I feel my obligation of education. I feel my obligation of being very successful. And my wife going to live they say the retirement dream. Took a spin to it. And the challenge was, got to bury, a father, up in age. We older. Ain't a big thing. People go off to be with the Lord, live a good life. And he lost his wife. Now, in most cases, most people go into what's called a depression state. You would say a mental situation. And the last thing they would ever think about is giving back to the community when you're the one hurting more than anybody else because your best friend is gone. But I tell you right now, that fire that's in him now is going to carry him a long ways. The man to my right, I promise you, when he goes meet the Lord, he going to say, my good and faithful servant. His funeral is going to be standing room only. Because people going to say, I remember Mr. Lewis Smith. And that place saved my life. And see, God will show you some things in the book and open it up and say, you know what, Lewis? You really started doing my work in 2013. I'm going to focus on this time, and we're going to look at these past years on in. I ain't focused on before then. I'm focused on 2013. When you got on involved with my purpose and you gave everything. And now, man, you got a crown on your head. You got jewels. See, sometimes it's not all about the house, car, and land. It's about what you do. And people will talk about you. They say, like, man, the legacy will live on. His 3 kids will talk about this community resource center. This is what our father said he's going to do. And I'm going to keep it moving forward. The 200 volunteers are going to talk about, hey, that helped me build my character and show what kind of person I really am. So, family right now who's watching me, Facebook Live, hey, get connected. Come down in yourself. Give your time if you got it, or give your money. And no one's asking for millions and millions of dollars. If you think about it, if 1 million people gave $1, that's $1 million. If 1 million people gave 10, that's $10 million. It's all about numbers. But the Lord can always use one person. But I tell you right now, it's always good to have numbers. Because we have a village. A village can protect some things that the government can't even touch. So focus on that. Get that into your mental state. If America was in turmoil right now, there's not enough police. There's not enough police right now who can protect you. There's not enough military that can protect you. Think about it. Your law enforcement, your military, if America was in turmoil right now, there's not enough people to protect you. So it's going to require us as a community to come together. I don't care how it looks, how the person is right, how they look, their skin color, how tall they are, their gender. I don't care what religion they are. You got to come together. We got to work together.
Amen.
If we don't work together, we'll never make a difference. America, this is your time to stand up and do really humanitarian work. So people that's right now, if you're in the Tri-County area, come on down here to Summerville, spend your time. Man, get to meet Mr. Lewis for yourself, meet his team. I tell you right now, family, this is the time that we're going to make a difference. So, Mr. Smith, we appreciate you again.
Thank you, sir.
And we pray heaven's best to you. And I want you all to get connected with them. Because I'm happy. Hey, I'm giving back. Some things I don't tell people behind the scenes because I don't need to tell it, because no need to be known. But we're here making a difference. Now, people who's watching us, it's time for you to change the global conversation.
Amen.
That's all the time I got. My name is Calvin of the Logan Power Show, nationwide, worldwide. We love you. We see you soon.
Okay. That's it.
That's it.